Hey, now.
Anyway, Robin, what's in the news?
I was just noticing that this is Diabolique.
Diabolique? What is Diabolique?
It's the new Sharon Stone movie that's coming out.
What is that, Diabolique?
Tomorrow. It's a remake of some old foreign.
Never heard of that.
Two women, one's the wife, the other's the mistress. They know each other and have a friendship of sorts, and they plot to kill the husband.
Another Sharon Stone bomb. It's so great in Hollywood. You get like one big picture.
Well, now she's a legitimate actress. She's got nominations for
Casino.
the Academy Awards. This is the film that she refused to do the nude scene for. She had contracted to do a nude scene when she took on the film.
Yes.
And then after she got the nomination, they say, she decided she couldn't do that anymore.
I can't do it.
Might hurt her chances of winning the Oscar.
Is she for real? Cares? Oscar.
Won't they remember the other time she took off her clothes?
Well, she's so talented with her clothes on. Why should she have to take her clothes off? Like anybody wants to see her anyway with her clothes on. Is she kidding? Just cross it and cross your legs with no panties on. That's what we want to see.
Don't forget what made you famous.
You know what's funny?
What?
A woman like that has no idea that most guys watch her movies with the sound off. They don't even want to hear her talk. It's like, hey, Sharon Stone Film Festival. They fast forward up to the good parts. Stupid.
It was funny to me. The other woman in it, Isabella Johnny, I think her name is.
Oh, Johnny.
She does her nude scene, but Sharon balked it.
Yeah.
Doing one of her own.
Well, Isabella Johnny doesn't have an Academy Award nomination.
No.
She has to take her clothes off.
She still has to take her clothes off. And the Academy Awards are coming up. This coming Monday night is Oscar night.
We'll be having our Academy Awards on Monday for Best Listener of the Week and Best Phone Caller. And
yeah?
Yeah, we'll have nominations. You'll be in your gown. I'll be in my tux. And that person will win Rainforest tickets.
Ooh.
That's right.
Sounds like a nice prize.
Yep. Good seats, I understand.
I'll show up for the award ceremony.
That's right.
Meanwhile, Kirk Douglas was supposed to get an honorary award. He is going to get an honorary award at the Oscars for his years of achievement in moviedom. And they had planned to have his sons, who I guess are all supposedly in show business. I know Michael is. I don't know about the others.
Right.
But his sons are supposed to be in show business, too, and they were going to have the sons who all have very striking resemblance to Kirk come out and give him the award. But now they've scuttled those plans because Eric Douglas, who I think is the youngest son of Kirk Douglas, keeps getting into trouble and causing all kinds of mayhem.
What did he do?
Well, recently, quite frankly, he's always in trouble on the airlines. He seems to travel with a dog.
Right.
And he takes the dog out of the cage or whatever he brings, the basket that he brings him on the plane in, and then the dog is unruly and gets in the way. And when the stewardesses tell him to put the dog away, he badmouths them. And this is the allegation there.
Right.
That he gets very outraged and uses foul language when addressing them.
So now the newspaper's saying that the sons can't present the award to their father because they're afraid how he'll act?
Well, he also considers himself some kind of a comedian, too.
Oh.
And I guess the sons were supposed to be able to get up there and say something. And because of his unpredictability, they said, you know what, maybe this is a headache we don't need.
Sure, it's all a misunderstanding.
They had visions of him being, being a mic hog and never being able to get him off.
Is that what it says in the paper?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they've decided that they don't want to take the chance. They're going to have Steven Spielberg do the honors instead.
If I was the father, Douglas, what's his name?
Kirk.
Kirk Douglas, I'd rather have Steven Spielberg give me the award anyway.
Why is that?
Because it's cooler. It's Steven Spielberg.
Well, Michael Douglas is a huge star.
Was. I don't know.
He just had a hit movie.
Did he? What was it?
What was that president's movie?
So why can't they just have Michael Douglas give the award?
President.
That wouldn't look right?
I don't know. Maybe it would cause family problems if only one son was up there. Who knows? Can't
Kirk Douglas just say he has one son and then just have Michael Douglas
I think that's what he's been trying to say. Right. Nobody's going for it.
What else is in the news?
The Menendez brothers
are
now facing the prospects of the death sentence because a jury found them guilty yesterday of murdering their parents in the first degree.
Gee, what a shock. It's about time a jury came to its senses. Of course, this is only after, Gil Garcetti, the guy behind all this, is I got a problem with him. He's the guy who sort of masterminds all these things. He's the guy in charge. What is he, the DA?
No, what is he? Yeah.
He's the DA.
District attorney. Okay.
I guess he gets elected. The election is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he's the one who moved the O.J. case to the questionable neighborhood where the sympathies were riding high for O.J. That was the move of all times. And he didn't get the conviction the first time in the Menendez trial.
And that was
what could that
quite
be?
Lengthy. Almost as long as the O.J. trial. Must have cost tons and tons of money for Los Angeles.
The Menendez brothers was a no-brainer. I don't know how the first time they didn't get a conviction. 2 boys killed their parents. They're old enough to... Listen.
And they admit it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a lawyer, okay? I'm a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Here's I go in front of the jury. I go, listen, you've heard about 10 years' worth of evidence, all right? These guys admit that they killed their parents. They're adult men. They didn't have to stay home with their daddy and mommy. They killed their daddy for supposed abuse, which they can't even prove. And now they also killed their mommy. Why'd they kill the mom? They didn't have to kill her.
Oh, they said they were both abusive.
Yeah. You had to kill the mom. You couldn't abuse her back. You couldn't leave the house. So you did it for the money. You went on a spending spree as soon as you killed your parents. It's obvious you were into money. Convict.
You took great pains to cover it up. If this was a situation where you were fearing for your life,
right,
and it was self-defense, why not say, look, I had to do it. I admit it. Take me in. It has nothing to do with anything else. Yeah. I want to, clear this all up right now.
Two grown men.
They waited. They did this for months. They ran around denying that they had anything to do with it, claimed it was robbers, all kinds of things.
The judge should have just shot him in the head in the courtroom. Right in the courtroom. Just said, listen, guys, I can't waste the taxpayers' money. And just take out a gun and shoot them both in the head. 1 bullet each.
Well, unfortunately...
Actually, line them next to each other and use 1 bullet to shoot both of them.
They do have this little thing in California called you got to wait for the sentencing.
Understood.
And they have a jury also determine what the sentence should be. So the penalty phase of the trial, according to one of the lawyers, should take several months as well.
I mean, I know where Gil Garcetti's coming from. And listen, I don't know Gil Garcetti from a hole in the wall, and maybe he's very good at what he does, and maybe it's just the way juries are now. All they do is sympathize with the criminal. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. I just can't figure out why no one can get a conviction anymore.
Well, you know what was funny to me? They kept talking about the boys.
Yeah.
These are 25 and 28-year-old men.
Yeah. I mean,
we're talking about
the boys.
They would say the boys had this happen to them. The boys had that happen. These were grown men who took guns and went home and blew their parents away. They shot their father so badly that when the ambulance people came to pick him up, his brain fell out.
Yeah, his brain fell out. Fred, remember when your brain fell out? Hey, so, here's the point. We got the same problems here in New York. I mean, they had some guy who shot the Jewish guy.
Well, what Jewish guy?
Remember the Arab guy who shot...
that guy.
The Jewish guy? Remember the Jewish leader over in Israel, but he used to be the JDL? Micah Honey. They saw him do it, and the jury wouldn't convict him. And then the guy who stabbed that guy in Crown Heights? The guy who stabbed the Jewish guy in Crown Heights?
Right.
And they couldn't convict him either? So maybe it's just juries in general. I don't know. They can't convict. They want to see a videotape of the actual murder in order to convict.
But this time, you realize that they didn't get to bring in all the evidence about past abuse.
I see.
They could only talk about recent abuse leading up to this murder.
Yeah.
And the prosecution focused their case on the brutality of the murders because, they were shooting, and then one of these guys actually walked around and put the gun in his mother's face.
Yeah, and blew her brains out. Yeah, come on. No brainer, pardon the expression.
This was a brutal murder. This wasn't trying to get away from anybody, trying to scare anybody off. This was a vindictive, vengeful murder.
Please, he reloaded. You know that?
Yeah. They had shot all the bullets, and then they realized...
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's so rude.
And the parents had, tons of money. They lived in a $4 million house.
Well, I didn't realize it, but Dad was the chairman of Live Entertainment. I always see that on those video logos.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was...
She started in his basement.
Menendez.
Jackie. Had his wife doing it.
Like Jackie.
He pressed his own CDs.
Roll 'em, buddy.
So the penalty phase will go on. I don't know exactly when it gets underway, but once that happens, we'll determine whether they get life in prison without parole.
But they got the death. They have.
Or they will get the death penalty.
Death penalty is so great. And like some guy says to me, what if an innocent man... So a few innocent people die. Look at all the criminals.
Look at the innocent people dying every day with all these murderers getting in and out of jail all the time.
I say it's worth... And some of these guys that they fry, even though they're innocent, they're guilty of other stuff. They've got records. Screw them. Fry them. Kill them.
The reason you have to keep letting people out is no room in the jail.
Yep.
I say... Kill more.
Kill all.
Make more room in that jail.
Hey, what are you doing? Pursing your lips over there? You're on fire.
Yeah.
Got a clean house, right?
That's right.
Right. It's easy for us.
We're not doing anything.
Yeah, we don't have to do anything.
We're not going anywhere.
God bless Governor Pataki, though.
Speaking of Governor Pataki, I was going to talk about the feud going on between him and the district attorney of the Bronx, this Robert Johnson. Governor Pataki issued a letter to the district attorney in the Bronx revolving around this case of a police shooting. They've arrested 3 suspects. They know which one of them shot the guy. They were in a stolen car when this police officer approached. They got into a gunfight, and the police officer was killed. We have the death penalty. The death penalty says you shoot a cop, you get tried on the death penalty. Robert Johnson is the only district attorney at the time the death penalty law was passed in New York who said he'd have a problem bringing a case if the death penalty were involved. So everybody's been waiting to see what he's going to do since this falls under his jurisdiction. The governor fired off a letter saying, look, you're not above the law. The people of New York State want the death penalty. We have a death penalty. You don't get to not try death penalty cases if you're representing the people of the state of New York.
Yeah, and this district attorney guy's got some kind of issue because when he was a prosecutor, he actually, I don't know, I read this in the paper that he feels that there was some innocent man that he had helped convict. But it's like, dude, this is the law.
Be careful.
Where do you ever see a district attorney not side with the governor against a cop killer? Come on. What no-brainer.
Well, that's what are you saying to the people who go out every day?
Yeah.
Wearing that blue uniform.
Yeah, and we got way too many cop killers in New York. It's just a daily occurrence here.
It seems there's no way to reason with these people. You have to have an unreasonable law.
Right.
That's the only way to get their attention.
I'm with you on that.
So anyway, he has now said he doesn't like the governor's bullying. The district attorney has said he doesn't want to be pressured into anything. So he still hasn't answered how he's going to handle this whole case.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do some more news right after this.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 92.3 K-Rock.
Music experiences.
Yeah, let me tell you about Sloman's Home Security. You're going to need it. They hear what you're saying, you're going to need it. Let me tell you something. If you own a home and you don't have an alarm system, you are flirting with disaster, dude.
Flirting with disaster.
Flirting with disaster. Molly Hatchet. This is it. All right. Sloman's Home Security is the best. If you want to get that home alarm system for free, ask Ronnie the limo driver over there. Sitting there in front of the hotel waiting for me. Right now, he knows his house is alarmed by Sloman's Home Security, hardwired, custom design.
He's sitting there without a care in the world.
He don't worry. Oh, before he got the Sloman's alarm system, he worried plenty.
It was a wreck.
Oh, yeah, he had a dog in there just to watch the situation.
That's right.
Well, anyway, you get the Sloman's alarm system free. It's the best news I've ever heard. Dancing days are here again. Oh, yeah.
Dancing days?
Yep, Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
Dancing days are here again. The skies are feeling blue. I think it's all right. I think it's all right. I think it's gonna be
I love Sloman's, and I love what they're doing. Just agree to use Sloman Central Station monitoring for 5 years, and the system is yours. And the truth is, you need Central Station monitoring anyway. You call 1-800-ALARM-ME. It's great. Ask Harvey Leeds, 1-800-ALARM-ME.
92.3 K-Rock. We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
What the hell is that guy singing about, Robert Plant?
Who knows?
Whack job. Hey, there was something I had to tell you that happened during the commercial. Damn it. I do so many commercials, I forget what the hell I was going to tell you. Damn.
It's not coming back to you?
No. Oh, nuts.
What will we do?
Talk about drinking.
No, I'm not drinking. Something else to say.
Drink it.
That's all he talks about it here.
That's all
24 hours a day.
You jerk.
Drinking.
Trying to help you.
Oh, I know what it was. Oh, this guy wrote us a fax.
Yeah.
The fax. The one you gave me.
Fax.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah, the fax. I'm holding it. I got caught up in my Zeppelin impression.
That erases all memory.
This guy sent me a fax. Now, someone check this out for me. I don't know if this is true or not. But he says, U-Crops will not sell alcohol on moral grounds, but they do, as you pointed out, sell cigarettes. But the really interesting point here is that they also own another chain of stores called Community Pride Food Stores. These stores are figureheaded by an African-American, are in predominantly black neighborhoods, and they have a rather large alcohol section. In addition, the prices are much higher. Now, I don't know if this is this is some fan making stuff up.
Yeah.
But if it is true, check it out, and I'll announce that.
It would be interesting to note.
Because remember in the Godfather movie?
Don Corleone.
Don Chooch.
Don Chooch and Don Corleone are meeting.
Did you know there was a Don Chooch?
Yeah, you know what Chooch is. That's a vagina. Don Chooch.
I just watched the Godfather movies again. There's Don Chooch.
Yeah, and the guy goes,
He goes, we're not going to sell drugs to anybody. The Corleone family is not in drugs. You want to sell drugs to niggers? That's one thing. But you don't sell drugs to the white Americans.
Well, that's not an exact quote.
well, I don't work like that. All right, here's, you want the exact quote? All right, are you going to be a stickler? Here. You don't like my impression? Here.
No, I don't.
Here.
I want to control it as a business, to keep it respectable. I don't want it near schools. I don't want it sold to children. That's an infamia. In my city, we would keep the traffic in the dark, people to college. They're animals anyway, so let them lose their souls.
Let them lose their souls.
All right, you want to sell your drugs to the darks, the coloreds? All right, this I understand. They are soulless people.
So that'd be really cool, though, if alcohol was allowed in the black
some
neighborhood.
of their stores, yeah.
But I don't know if that's true. Who knows? That could be some listener's fantasy. So.
The stores that don't carry their name.
Yeah, but I would like, yeah, right. Like, it doesn't have the U-Crop name. Like, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be great. I mean, that would fit into my whole morality lecture that I'm going to give.
Yeah.
But, because everyone's so high and mighty, but sometimes those things are too good to be true. One can only hope that it's true.
Yeah, you could sell your drugs to the Collins. That's not mine.
No signs in the store in the black neighborhoods to go to church this week. Please visit your house of worship this week.
Let me tell you something, Mama, because you'll understand the way we do business. I don't care if you sell drugs to the college, if you sell pot to the chinks. Well, the white people must be protected.
Keep it among the dark people.
You sell lewds and crack to the Mexicans. What do I care? But the white people must be protected.
That's an infamia.
Familia, su familia es murakatara na laking na merkalam. Pakuha sa na yung mga klelang vahit.
Are you done acting today?
That's Italian. I would like to hump Mira Salvino.
She was not in that movie.
Bring it to me, Don Chooch.
You could be Don Chooch. I'll be, you just got to talk like this.
I'll be Don Corleone, Don Chooch.
I love Don Chooch.
Oh, don't bother selling the heroin to the Polacks. They're too stupid.
Anyway, you were saying in the news.
I was going to do the news, yes.
Yeah.
You know how you always think of ranchers as sort of like quiet, gentle but strong men?
Yes.
Even-tempered. They're the guys who really have it all together.
Marlboro men.
They just stay out there. They do their jobs. They don't complain. Everything's all right. Never hear bad things said about a rancher.
I like to think of myself as a rancher.
Well, I guess that has all ended. That myth has been completely shattered.
Wow. That's horrible, Robin.
A rancher named Robert Meade in North Dakota is in custody, and his 2 hostages are safe. Watford City Police say that Meade walked into a bar sometime last night, ordered some beer, decided that he didn't like it.
Didn't like the beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Left.
Take it back.
Came back with 2 rifles.
Right.
Not 1, 2 rifles. Fired a shot into the ceiling and said, quote, "Now bring me a real beer."
Yeah.
Well, I guess they served him the beer, but they also called the police.
Beer has so many problems.
Yeah. And when the policeman walked into the bar, he just immediately opened fire on him at point-blank range and blew him away.
Oh, my God.
And then took some hostages, and they had a big standoff. But now it's over. They got the guy. He's in custody. The hostages are free.
Cool.
And Rancher's pristine image has forever been sullied.
Hey, Joe Hoss, I got a bad beer here.
I guess that was some pretty bad beer.
Yeah. That must have been some bad beer.
Yeah.
2 cops going to a bar.
All right. Anything else, Robin?
The National Rifle Association and others are about to try to repeal the ban on assault weapons in Congress. They are about to vote on this all over again. The ban was imposed in 1994 on 19 specific styles of firearms and dozens of similar weapons. Opponents claim it hasn't done anything to cut crime. So I guess we're going to have these debates once again as to whether everybody should just be allowed to have whatever firearms they need. Why is it that so many people, they say they want these things for hunting?
Yeah, well, I need an Uzi to shoot skeet. I can't hit those little plates otherwise.
Small.
But, I mean, once you hit a deer or whatever with one of these, automatic weapons, aren't they so full of pellets you can't eat them?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
So it's certainly not what you do when you're hunting for food.
Well, we need assault weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just imagine, this kind of wealth fascinates me. The guy who owns the New Jersey Devils, you think that cost a lot of money, and that's probably tapped you out. He has now offered $90 million for the New Jersey Nets. So he wants to buy the Nets, too.
Don't they do like a layaway plan when they buy those teams? Like you just have to put down a couple of bucks?
It's like a mortgage?
Yeah, and then you pay it out over the course of years.
So you really don't have that much money on hand?
Yeah, you don't have to attack your principal.
It just amazes me that there are guys who sit around going, yeah, let me buy, whole buildings.
Yeah, we work with a guy like that.
Have that kind of wealth.
We work with a guy like that.
Yeah, but he didn't start out that way either, did he?
He just bought, last month he bought about $1 billion worth of radio stations and advertising companies.
That's true. I didn't realize, there's this guy like that right down the hall.
Yeah, go talk to him.
Oh, my. How do you get that rich?
He rips me new hail every day.
Forrest Whitaker, do you know who he is?
Sure do. He was in the movie where that guy is a chick.
Right, The Crying Game.
Crying Game.
Oh, yeah.
He makes it with a guy.
Well, yeah, that was his girlfriend.
That's
but
right.
You don't see him making out with the guy in the movie. He's the guy who's over being held by the IRA who winds up getting shot when he's trying to make his his run for freedom.
Right.
He also is the director of Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah. He's a big, fat black guy.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
With a droopy eye. That's how I know him.
Perfect description.
Yeah. I think he was in F Troop also.
Well, he's due back in court next month to answer a charge of drunken driving. He was arrested after Los Angeles police say they saw his silver Mercedes-Benz speeding along Sunset Boulevard. According to the officers, the director of Waiting to Exhale failed 2 sobriety tests.
He seems so well behaved.
Oh, stop with the
He seemed like a,
Are you well behaved?
He seemed like, a gentleman.
Jackie's failed a few sobriety tests. Not like it doesn't happen.
I don't know, man. He should have waited to exhale before he breathed into that little tube.
All I could think about when I read this story is those cops, the cop video we saw.
Yeah.
You know, the uncensored one where you see all these people trying to take that sobriety test. Did you see that bad?
Think Forrest Whitaker will end up on that cops video?
Did he try to take off his clothes?
You know, when you look at Forrest Whitaker, he's a more unlikely movie star than me. Don't you think?
It is true. But he works all the time.
She's the kind of guy who goes see all his films because they go, hey, if he could do it, I could do it. It's pretty close between me and him, who's uglier.
He is a fine actor, though.
Hey, so am I. I really am. I'm great. Ask Ivan Reitman. He'll tell you.
I'm simply saying...
You know what Ivan said to me? What? He knew in 10 seconds I was a good actor.
Well, that's wonderful, Howard.
Yeah.
I'm simply saying that, you know, he is a good actor. It's not he's just an ugly guy.
That's right.
He happened to wind up in the movies. It's more unlikely for an ugly guy who can't act.
You know what Ivan said about me? I'm the white Forrest Whitaker. What do you think of that?
Well, then you're due in court on April 10th.
No, the white Forrest Whitaker didn't drive drunk. It was the black one.
To answer those charges. Meanwhile, Jesse Jackson is now explaining why he's going to be boycotting or protesting the Oscars.
Because I need the publicity. Holy mackerel.
He says the movie industry is part of a mean spirit sweeping the country.
Oh, my God. She is whack.
He now hopes to meet with movie industry officials to discuss the institutional lockout and cultural distortion, he says, the motion picture industry is involved in.
She's the black Tom Chiasano.
Now, that's an insult.
Jackson has announced he'll lead a protest against the Motion Picture Academy. Speaking in New York yesterday, Jackson said the protest will continue beyond Oscar night and include boycotts of selected movies and movie houses.
Holy mackerel. You don't think he'll be going after my movie, will you?
The Academy called Jackson's accusations absurd.
Holy cow. I see all these shows coming out of Hollywood. Everything's black. I can't even see any white people anymore. Got Chinese. I'm watching one show. There wasn't one white guy.
Well, it's often, how shall we say, misleading.
I see.
When you see a lot of black faces on TV, you don't realize that most of the jobs in Hollywood aren't on television.
Oh, I see. They're on what? They're on what? I'm just trying to learn.
The majority of people in Hollywood who make a living out of Hollywood aren't in front of the camera.
Oh, I see. You're saying that the cameramen aren't black.
Or anybody else back there,
really?
Apparently. That's what they're saying.
I don't believe it. Myself. I know we were at NBC. There were tons of black people.
Where?
Like Rob and I used to walk around clutching our purse.
Oh, stop it. You're so silly. We used to walk
There are
around
black people in my
NBC
movie.
saying, we're the white people.
There are black people in my movie. I just want to go on record as saying that.
Yes, and how are they depicted? Are they
quite
distorted?
Well. No. As a matter of fact, I wrote scenes that specifically say black people inserted here. There actually are black roles in my film.
No, I just said, are they...
Oh, depicted very positively.
Okay.
They beat me up. and they have big penises. Holy mackerel.
Well, I'm sure that then Jesse Jackson won't have a problem.
No, he should not.
This ain't a fine movie.
And maybe Betty Thomas had sex with a black guy once. Who knows? I'll find out, though.
Anthony Bailey may be sitting in jail, but he won't be stripped of his ability to practice law in the state of Florida.
Ain't it going to be hard getting customers in jail?
Florida's Supreme Court yesterday rejected a state bar request to suspend and imprison F. Lee Bailey from the bar.
The bar!
Hey, don't suspend me from the bar.
Please.
The bar said that the celebrated defense attorney had deliberately impeded the judge's order to surrender $25 million worth of stock that belonged to a drug dealer client and therefore should be suspended. But the high court said the bar failed to show Bailey as causing great public harm, so he gets to keep his license to practice. There's still this big hubbub going on about cigarette companies and cigarette smoking. Philip Morris has now told its employees to calm down, don't go into a panic. All of these allegations about cigarette companies deliberately trying to addict people are not new stories.
Right.
Even though now 3 former Philip Morris employees have come forward to say that that is exactly what Philip Morris was up to.
Big deal. God damn this country when we're trying to destroy the greatest American industry there is, tobacco.
Their allegations may reopen investigations into the activities of cigarette
You know what this is like? Wouldn't you think a guy was nuts if he cut off his own penis or his nose? Don't you think that you'd say, would you lock him up?
Crazy. He's pretty crazy.
Think of America as a human being. One human being. And his best asset, he takes it and he cuts it off. That's what we're doing, you know. We're attacking the tobacco industry. Are we insane? What are we allowing here? Yes, we all know cigarettes are bad for your health. We've decided that there are certain people among us who want to commit suicide with cigarettes. Who cares? Let them do it, and let's tax it, and let's make profits off of it. It's a company, and that's it. Same thing with all these other drugs. Who gave us tobacco?
The Indians.
Of course, I rest my case.
What does that mean?
There's a plot. Big chief spreading cancer. Now we're the conspiracy.
Well, here's one of those former employees, Victor DeNoble.
Victor DeNoble?
And he says that, yes, he was doing research that made cigarettes more addictive.
I thought I was being promoted again. And he goes, but as of 3 o'clock, and it's 10 after 3, we're no longer doing animal research. You're fired. And he said, well, I want you to go downstairs, shut your equipment off, kill your animals, turn over your books.
Yeah, so do it.
Kill your animals.
Kill your animals.
Oh. Boy, Timmy. Some heartless people in the cigarette industry.
Timmy, don't smoke that cigarette.
So Victor DeNoble was a scientist?
Yeah, and he was doing research, he says. And in fact, his research was to try to manufacture a safer cigarette that would maintain the addictive qualities.
Yeah.
And he says he was about to crack that nut.
Yeah, sure. A safer cigarette. You're putting smoke in your lungs. It's going to be a safer cigarette. You know what? The tobacco company said, what are you, nuts? There's nothing wrong with our product. Everyone knows he kills people, and they still do it.
Well, I don't think you played these in order.
Yeah, I did, but, well, 2, 3, and 4, right?
Uh-huh. Did you play 2 first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, geez, I wonder what's on 3.
Let's listen. This is Victor DeNoble, the scientist. He's complaining. Imagine the tobacco industry told him to kill his animals and get the hell out of the building. Like, why shouldn't they?
I was giving him, sort of the explanation between addiction and drug dependence in animals and humans. And he pulled out a cigarette, and he said, boy, don't tell me these aren't addicting. I'd shove 2 of them in my vein in the morning if I could.
Oh, these are all out of order.
Let's just hear them. They're funny.
Okay. That's what a company executive said to him. So he's claiming that executives at Philip Morris always knew that they were making addictive products.
Yeah, so what? So did I.
And finally, Victor DeNoble says,
it's just a cover-up that's unbelievable. It's
what cover-up?
It's unfathomable what has been held back from the American public.
What has been held back? What is he talking about? You mean someone in this audience doesn't know that cigarettes are bad for you?
Or that it's hard to quit.
Or that it's hard to quit.
What did Jackie say?
Or that it's hard to quit. Oh. Everyone knows those two. I mean, ask me any question about cigarettes, I'll tell you. They're going to kill you. Now that you know, what are you going to do? You going to stop smoking? No. Jesus. This country's gone insane.
Well, as I said, the FDA is going to reopen a 30-day public comment period.
Which means nothing.
Proposal to regulate nicotine as a drug.
Now, there you go. We'll have a bunch of angry people. We'll have people not working in the tobacco industry. We'll have people who can't get their cigarettes. It's great. Let's regulate adults more. Stupid asses. Whole thing is so dumb.
John Salvi, the man who is accused of killing an abortion doctor, was found guilty.
Yeah, is he getting the gas chamber?
Double murder.
Kill him. Kill him like a fetus. Put a coat hanger in his head and drag it out of him.